What Sevenload does is we aggregate lots of different content that is valuable to people in channels. We organize this content. We say it's premium content, not in the sense that it's expensive, but in the sense that it's content that's highly relevant to certain audiences. And with all these channels, we add a layer of social interaction. So people can become the fan of a show, or they can connect to other users who also like that show. So we add this social dimension to content.
The lion's share of our business is from the media industry. So it comes from television companies, it comes from newspaper companies, magazine companies, music companies, pure online companies, as they have a very strong vested interest in creating new revenue streams from online video.
The other exciting opportunity about our original programming activities is the opportunity to integrate advertising and sponsorship into the programming and into the storyline. And I think that's a really interesting opportunity in the online space.
Online video is definitely one area for media companies that appears to be sustaining its level of investment or even increasing its level of investment, because it's one of the very few areas of their business that actually has growth.
Paradigm shift is we've really gone from a broadcast world to a video on demand world. Now that has huge implications. It's not just about, oh, I can order my movie now. We like to call that the relevance revolution, right? I mean, the broadcast paradigm is, you're there, the medium is reaching you, watch this and shut up.
So we have maybe 44 million people in Spain, out of which 40 million like to speak Spanish. And then there's another 360 million. So that's a especially large market.
In fact, it's very, very difficult to sell advertising, but to reach all those people in every country, because they have, although they have the same language, they are really, really, really different, and the things that they find interesting are very different between, I don't know, maybe Mexico, for example, and Colombia.
The big problem is how can we monetize all this? How can we build a business on advertising? Because you have, as you said, different markets.
So I think Enrique is onto something important there, which is the herd effect, the fact that these are different cultures that fall in love with the product.
Making money and taking advantage of the inefficiencies tends to be more on the remnant side or on the unsold inventory. And I think that there's a lot of opportunities for companies that especially can utilize technology in online advertising to to take advantage of a huge amount of traffic and quality traffic that's not being sold.
Stories unite us, they bring us together across borders and boundaries, and it's the oldest form of human communication.
Hi, Seismic friends. I'm here at DLD, just on stage, trying to, tell a story. And let me show you the room, if I don't unplug any cables. We have a full room here. Hey, say hi to Seismic over there on Twitter. And this is a great, I think, story, which is told entirely in pictures and using tweets and using videos from all services. There is an entire new world around conversation, which is growing right now.
Meet the girls of Non-Society. Time Out New York dating columnist Julia Allison, handbag designer Mary Rambin, and former hedge fund analyst Megan Asha.
The big joke amongst bloggers is, oh, you don't want to blog what you ate for lunch. Well, maybe you do, actually. That's our thinking. We think that those sorts of things can be really interesting. What are you wearing? Where are you going this evening?
It's a totally new way of telling stories. And it's something that we've called it live casting, because blogging is such an ugly word, really. And the thing that we really focus on is that it's chronological, it's real time. It's also first person. It's myself and my two best girlfriends. And something that you don't see in ordinary media and traditional journalism is this ability to look into people's lives. And it's something that captures people.
I tell them visually in a traditional form. And I also, part of my other work is to work telling stories of politicians or demythifying, which is another way of traditional storytelling.
And so I really wanted to work for those brands because they're telling stories, and I wanted to tell my stories about them, and they didn't let me do, because I was sending my portfolio and they were never answer. So at the end I said, okay, I'm going to tell the story about their story myself.